Let's Start project.
After Leo's exit from class, the lesson continues unabated, as if following a set script. It's strange. This is definitely strange. It's as if the world tilted slightly and everything within it is losing its sense of presence. My head feels like it's going to explode. The pain is making it hard to remember who I am. Wait, come to think of it. I mean, really, who am I? What is my name? How old am I? Where do I live? How many people are in my family? What was my life like before I started attending this school? I can't remember anything. My memory has been completely erased somehow. How and why did this happen? That's right. The editor-in-chief of the journalism club. As the president of the journalism club, she should at least know my name. I know I had to have filled out something when I first joined the club. I'll ask her. Hopefully she'll be in her normal spot. I've got to find her. Find the normal spot.
Oh, our club's ace. Did you find out anything yesterday?
The editor-in-chief is her usual cheery self. All I can think about is the pile of dead bodies I witnessed. No, I have to ask her about myself. I'll ask her what my name is.
Huh? Your name? Just look it up on the registry in the library.
Yeah, the school registry. It has everyone's names. If I look at the school registry, it might jog my memories. I'll go to the library. I need to see the registry.
You want to see the registry of names? It's on a bookshelf in the library, I think.
I found it. Tsukimihara Academy Student Registry. Once I read through this, I should be able to remember everything about myself. I open the book and begin turning pages. Immediately, I notice something's terribly wrong. The pages are blank, 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 blank. Every single page was blank. I reach for last year's school registry, and when I start flipping through the pages, blank, 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 blank. What is happening here? Who am I? And just what is this place? I need answers right now. Ah, there she is again. I thought I had scared her away for good, but she's come back. I'd better not make any sudden moves or she'll just run away. Also, I'll let her speak first. However, she just continues to stare at me with an intensity that borders on terrifying. Maybe I should say something to her, but softly so not as to startle her. I've got to talk to her. Maybe if I keep my back to her, it'll help a little. I'll just call to her over my shoulder. I obviously can't see the look on the young girl's face, and all I sense is hesitation. Her voice matches her appearance, small and faint. In a hesitant, halting voice, she begins to speak.
Mister? You're not afraid of me? Could it be that you came to see me? If that's so, I'm Alice. I'm always here, so...
She suddenly stops talking. Thinking she disappeared again, I turn around, only to see Alice still standing there. As I turn, she flinches a little and begins to fade away, then stops, and starts staring at me. As our customary staring contest begins anew, I swear that I can see a faint smile on her face.
sometime?
Tea. Maybe later. I've got answers I need. A pleasant breeze blows in through the open window that overlooks the garden. As I look into the garden, I see a female student standing in the center alone. She has a striking appearance, with long purple hair, almond skin, and a preternatural calm. It seems like she is meditating, her hands folded in a specific way and her eyes closed. I find that I can't stop looking at her. No one else seems to notice that she stands out dramatically. I start to feel uneasy about her. The girl's eyes snap open. Suddenly, a massive jolt rocks the school, causing me to stumble about uncontrollably. The building shakes with a thunderous roar. The source seems to be the girl in the garden. What in the hell just happened? In the resultant confusion, my vision begins to distort. Dizziness, headaches, a sense of weightlessness. I close my eyes to keep from being overwhelmed. When I open my eyes again, everything is exactly as it should be, like nothing happened. However, the air is permeated with a seductively sweet scent. Also, the girl that was in the garden had already disappeared. Was everything that happened just an illusion? Or maybe... As I turn to leave, I see the girl from the garden walking towards me.
That blast was meant to destroy everything in its range, but the school seems stout enough.
As she walks, she looks out the window and talks to herself. As she goes by, she gives me a smile. What was that all about?
Sakura!
Oh, it's you, brother.
I heard that you skipped archery practice again. What in the hell is wrong with you?
I'm sorry, brother, but
You've embarrassed me again! How many times must I repeat myself, Sakura? Are you stupid? I mean, if you keep listening to others instead of me... Wait. Did I just call you my little sister? I don't have a little sister. I mean, I always wanted one, but... And recently things have been... Damn it! What's this weird feeling?
brother, you appear to be experiencing fatigue.
Inserting apology text. Error detected. Please maintain a calm demeanor.
Brother, please relax.
Inserting reassurance text. Error detected.
What's up, Shinji? Whatever is the matter, brother?
Select desired sister personality. Things will get worse if you don't decide. But any choice you make will be the wrong one. Bruh. So why not totally lose it, brother? Calm down. Bruh.
What in the... What's going on? Damn it, everything's going haywire! Out of my goddamn way!
Brother, wait!
Cease forward progress. Male relation construct. Brother.
Sakura Mato's speech begins to skip and repeat, almost as if she is a malfunctioning robot. It's like she was reading from a script rather than engaging in a normal conversation. It wasn't only the incredible fleeing Shinji or the robotic Sakura that was going insane. Vertigo overcomes me as the school starts to waver. Something strange is happening to the world. There's something wrong with this place, but more worrying is the fact that I can't remember who I am. As I wander the campus, I see Leo walking down a hallway on the first floor. As a transfer student, I can't see why Leo would want to visit any of the freshmen. Also, there's nothing but a dead end up ahead. I wonder what Leo is really up to. I've got to pursue him. Not letting him get away. I suddenly have this weird feeling that someone or something is up ahead in the hallway. Who, for some reason, is examining the wall at the end of the hallway with almost excessive interest.
The attention to detail is quite impressive. Even the surrounding air is surprisingly substantial. If that is the case, this world is in some ways more real than the real world it represents. But that's just my opinion. How about you guys? What are your thoughts on this?
In that moment, it feels like my heart skips a beat. Almost immediately, my blood pressure skyrockets along with my body temperature. My pulse is like an explosion in my ears as blood races through my veins, and the reason is clear. Now Leo, has turned to face me. I now know for sure he's talking to me, as there is nobody else present besides the two of us.
Greetings. I believe this is the first time we've had an actual conversation.
I don't feel any sense of hostility from Leo. In fact, his smile seems genuinely friendly. In addition to his smile, his presence is inviting and inclusive, and I find myself drawn to him. Oddly, my worries have vanished. All I can think about is doing as he says, as that's the only way to. My mind feels like it's in a haze. It's like Leo is controlling my thoughts in some way.
Attending school wasn't half bad. I've never had the opportunity to go to one before now. In that respect, this has been quite an interesting experience. However, the time for fun has come to an end. I did not come here to play at being a student. No matter how enjoyable the detour, eventually, one must return to their appointed path. And for me, the time to do so has arrived.
With those final words, Leo turns his back on me.
Farewell. No, that's not quite right. I don't think farewell will be accurate in this situation. For reasons I cannot explain, I have the distinct feeling that we will see each other again. So I guess I should use the more congenial, see you later. Well, it's time for me to move on. I wish you the best of luck.
With those final words, Leo disappears. It's like he ceases to exist. One moment, his hand is on the wall. The next, he's gone. I want to say reality rejected his existence in it, but it feels like it was the opposite, that he refused to be constrained by it. It wasn't any special ability that allowed him to do so, just his strength of will. With his departure, I feel as if a great weight is lifted from my very being. And rather than be a cause for concern, it brings a fundamental question to mind. Who am I? As the question pops into my head, it begins to take on a life of its own, searing my brain. I investigate the wall that Leo disappeared through. It's just a concrete wall at the end of the hallway. About the only thing on the floor is dust. But I am positive there must be something here, because Leo walked through the wall. It would be so easy to turn around, go back down the hallway, and pretend nothing happened. But there are still things I need to know. I have no memories. That means I've never had anywhere else to go but here. No place to return to. What was it that Leo said? No matter how enjoyable the detour, eventually one must return to their appointed path. That's what he said, didn't he? then beyond this wall lies the appointed path and the truth. If I follow him, I'll learn the answers to my questions, even if those answers are painful. But ignorance is bliss. Do I have the fortitude to face the truth and accept it? I want to know. Something's different. Down to the floor and the walls, the school has changed the very substance of its being. For some reason, reality cracking this way is intensely disturbing. This world around me is more real than a painting, but not even as real as a sandcastle. I feel like it's so brittle I could tap it and the echo would shake this whole world. Where the boring concrete wall once stood, now there's a doorway that I can freely walk through. It's an entrance, no, an emergency exit, like stairs to the outside. It's not something of this world. I have no doubt that the world the door leads to is utterly alien. Whatever awaits inside, whatever shape it takes, there's a certain sort of finality to seeing it. Ultimately, I've already committed to this path. I bid farewell to the false world and take my first step along the appointed path. Beyond the door seems to be a dismal-looking scrapyard. Out in front of me is the smooth-skinned effigy. While trying to figure out what to do with it.
Welcome, potential master.
A voice comes out of nowhere.
That effigy with you is your sword and shield for what lies ahead. It will move in response to your commands. Now then, please proceed. The truth that you seek lies ahead.
The motivations of the owner of that voice worry me, but it's obvious I won't learn anything by standing here. Also, there is no longer a path by which I can return. I have no choice but to head into the darkness with only the strange doll as protection. I made it. Within the deepest depths of the world beyond the door. This place must be the goal I'm supposed to reach. At least, that's what I thought. It's stifling. The aura of purity that seems to act as a ward against corrupted souls who try to enter. The feeling is familiar. It has the feeling of a chapel where the spirits of the deceased still linger. At first I didn't notice, being overwhelmed by the grandeur of the room. But to one side is a young man in a familiar uniform lying still on the ground. I call out to him, but there is no reply. I shake him in an attempt to wake him up when I notice he is stone cold. I go as pale as the corpse before me, and I can no longer think coherently. All I can do is stare in bewilderment. The fallen effigy lying next to the male student comes to its feet with a clatter. Before I get a chance to make sense of what's going on, it suddenly twists around and comes right at me.
You seem to be lacking as well.
I didn't stand a chance against that thing. It seems like I wasn't qualified to be here. Me? Qualifications? That's right. I should know everything by now. The truth has to be here. But now, everything's going dark. I'm not even really scared. The only feeling that remains in me is regret. Even at the very end, I was unable to remember anything about myself. Someone, anyone, if you make it beyond here, please don't forget my name.
Let's go project!